The first thing that comes to mind for me when I think about what I want from Cyberpunk 2077 is an open world that can rival The Witcher 3's for me. I want a world that feels alive, a world that is not just beautiful but full of compelling side quests, a world that is not just large but contains interesting and well written characters. I want to see a story told through the locations that the player traverses, much like in The Witcher 3. I want to explore futuristic cityscapes and rundown slums. I want to see distinctive regions and areas that each possess unique cultures and architecture. I hope that the developers will be able to establish a relationship between the world and the player character like we saw in The Witcher 3 with Geralt. Each of the choices you make and the quests you choose to complete ought to influence the world in subtle ways. The world should feel real, interconnected and consequential, and creating that connection will go a long way with doing just that. I want a truly expansive open world, and I'm not talking exclusively about the dimensions of the map, because the size of an open world at the end of the day does not matter in the slightest. Gamers often attempt to calculate the size of a game's map in square miles as if it makes the game better. It doesn't. Sure, it would be great if the map was insanely big, but only if the quality of the content that populates the world is exceptional. A title's open world is nothing, a big, empty landmass for players to run across without the content that it contains. The main reason I adored The Witcher 3 and CD Projekt Red as a studio so much is the open world that the developers created in Wild Hunt. It was absolutely huge in scale and scope and beautiful to look at, but the size or graphical fidelity of a video game's map is far from why I love spending time in that world. That stuff is like the icing on the cake, but many people often mistake it for the actual cake. It is not nearly as important as the content within the map itself. The Witcher 3's world was enormous, but that is not at all what made it so special and expansive. It was the locations, characters and quests that accomplished that. And those are the aspects that should be focused on and made as good as possible in Cyberpunk 2077. At the end of the day, I wish to experience a map with content that has clearly been well thought out. CD Projekt Red have definitely set the bar high for themselves, but I'm incredibly confident that they will be able to pull off this part of the game. It is the one thing I think they undeniably perfected in Wild Hunt. They've done it before, and they can do it again with Cyberpunk. This has been SirCazz. Farewell.